Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bruce Morrow Show. Welcome to Armchairing. Not the Bruce Morrow. Well, I'm the host, Bruce Morrow, but it's Armchairing. Welcome to another edition of Armchairing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. You can find us in every podcast. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Today we have, I hope, a decent show. We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. I don't know, watchable or unwatchable it was. Super Bowl halftime show. I'm not leaning one way or another. It was the halftime show. Talk about that. We're gonna talk about. I have a top 5 Super Bowl performances in my opinion. Could be people's different opinions about the top 5, and I'm gonna talk about that. Talk about NBA post trade. There were a lot of trades last week. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it last week to have a show last week. So we're gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna touch a little bit about WNBA, a little bit, like a little bit of salt. Like when you putting spices in your food, you know, you don't want it to be bland. I don't want the show to be bland, so I'm putting WNBA. Okay. So Sunday, it was the Super Bowls. Yeah. That was a fake because it was horrible. It was putrid. I'm sure people in Seattle, Washington, are excited right now because they won the Super Bowl. They beat the New England Patriots. A Patriots team, in my opinion, was really lucky all season. Easiest schedule. Beat couple teams were injured in the postseason. Denver Broncos, no quarterback, you know. Chargers missing people on the offensive line. Yeah, I mean, they have to beat people in front of them. Drake May, MVP candidate, like second place probably. Yeah. And they were in the Super Bowl, but they lost to the Seattle Seahawks. First of all, I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to say congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for winning, for defeating, for crushing, for winning against the New England Patriots 29-13 in one of the worst Super Bowls I've ever seen. Yeah, I didn't stutter. That Super Bowl was more boring than what's the worst thing I could think of? That's boring. I don't know right now. I cannot think right now. I tried. I said I was not going to watch the Super Bowl. I told everybody I care about and people I'm friendly with or whatever. I'm not going to watch that. My team is not playing. It's not the Chiefs. You know, there's some teams I would watch. I would watch the White Ravens by Lamar Jackson. I would watch Bengals. I like Joe Burrow. I like watching him play. I would watch who else? I cannot say Giants or Jets. They're horrible. I would watch a bunch of other teams. Then the Seahawks. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. I barely watched the Seahawks this season. I know they had a decent offense. Sam Darnold was not left the Vikings, came to the Seahawks because Vikings wanted to move on. They wanted JJ McCarthy, and they were in the playoff with. They were successful with Sam Darnold, and they went to the Seahawks. I thought the Seahawks would be horrible, especially with Geno Smith gone. Before the season, I thought Geno Smith was better than Sam Darnold, to be honest. And I was proven wrong. Sam Darnold was like great, but he was decent enough for the Seahawks to win games. And I'm sure the Vikings, even the wide receiver Jefferson said that. They miss Sam Darnold because JJ McCarthy has been hurt all season. The defense from Legend of Boom, now it's a new defense. You got DeMarcus Lawrence leaving the Cowboys. You know, you have a bunch of players from other teams coming to the Seahawks, and defense was probably the best defense this season. And they went to Levi Stadium. They dominated 49ers all season. And they went to Levi Stadium, and they were practically at home. Seahawks players were saying they were at home because they were dominating at Levi Stadium, the home of the 49ers, all season. So I tried to watch the game, but because I know I had the show today, I was forcing myself to watch the game. He was horrible to watch. My eyes were bleeding. It was, people who love defense, they were gonna love it. I mean, it was field goals after field goals. Jason Myers from the Seahawks were kicking people, click, 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 left and right. I think at one point it was 12-0 going to after, if I'm not mistaken. It was a horrible game. And then Kenneth Walker, who's the Super Bowl MVP, congratulations, by the way, 135 yards of rushing, 27 carries. Sam Darnold threw for 202 yards and 1 touchdown. The first quarterback from his class to win a Super Bowl as a starter. Think about it. The first quarterback from Sam Darnold class. Let me see, 2018 draft class, quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield. Ooh. Baker Mayfield was picked first by the Browns. Sam Darnold third by the Jets. 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 George Allen 7 by the Bills. All those guys are considered better than Sam Darnold. Josh Rosen. Where is he now, by the way? 10 by the Cardinals. Where is Josh Rosen now? Josh Rosen, he's not even in the NFL anymore. That's crazy. Where is he now? He's not even in the NFL anymore. Josh Rosen, 10 by Cardinals. Lamar Jackson, 32nd. Wow, 32nd. But all of those guys were in conference finals or, and they lost. And Sam Darnold, first quarterback. Oh my God, that's embarrassing, man. So, Kenneth Walker, first running back who won the Super Bowl since Terrell Davis in 1998. So there was a couple touchdowns. I mean, there was an interception, a pick six, I think. Sam Darnold was decent. Drake May, he was running for his life. Offensive line was horrible. Patriots offensive line did not show up. Did not show up. So he had 27 of 43, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 fumbles. So hello, Mr. Thomas. Welcome. Always, thank you for always being here. Yeah, the Super Bowl game was horrible. It was but nobody's talking about Super Bowl game because everybody's focused on Bad Bunny. You know, for years since I was a kid, one of the things that I used to get away from life, especially when you were born in a poor country, I mentioned this before, is sports. For me to get away from stress of life, from crazy things happening in life, from depression, to help with depression, to help with anxiety. To me, it was sports, reading, and movies. Those 3 things helped me with depression, anxiety, and all the noise, the crazy things happening in the world. You know, all the crazy things happening in the world right now. It was sports, books, and movies. So the last couple of years, I've seen sports becoming like political football. Should I say that? No. Becoming like an object people used to in politics and stuff. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to get away from stuff. And then you are bringing it in sports. And I don't really care if Bad Bunny performed in the Super Bowl. I don't really care. Whoever performed in the Super Bowl, I do not care. I don't care about their political affiliation. For the last couple of years, we care about making political points. You know, everybody's trying to make contents, say stupid stuff. So I watched the Bad Bunny thing. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. Number one, I don't speak the language. Try to learn Spanish. I know some words. If you drop me in a Spanish-speaking country, give me like 3 months. I would pick up Spanish real quick. I speak French. Spanish is like almost closely to French. So if you speak French, you can speak Spanish earlier. And I learned Spanish before I learned English. Spanish, my foreign language was Spanish. I could speak Spanish, but when I moved here, my Spanish like blah, blah. I understand basic words. So, and I'm from Haiti, and Haiti is close to the Dominican Republic. They speak Spanish there. So I respect foreign languages. By the way, it is a good thing if somebody speaks another language. It's not a bad thing. We should welcome other people who speak other languages. It's more advantageous if you speak other languages than not. It's not a crime to speak another language. It's not a crime to promote other languages. Watching sports, a lot of athletes in our sports these days speak other languages. So Bad Bunny performing at the NFL halftime Super Bowl, that's not a bad thing. I don't understand the issue. He performed and that's it. Move on. Let's start the second half. Who cares? I remember studying in history that Puerto Rico was part of the United States since 1830 something. What's the issue? I thought they were American. What's the problem? I saw a lady said, "This is our sports." Okay. To close, if it's your sport, why are you eating tacos and quesadillas? This is their food. So, Super Bowl halftime show was meh. If they asked me forward to score, I would give it a 5. But if I say if I'm giving a 5, it will offend some people. But I don't want to offend some people. I'm not for one or the other in this one. The show was meh for me because he's not my type of singer. I'm sorry. I love Despacito. Despacito. Yeah. I love Macarena. You see? But I heard of Bad Bunny. It's the first time I listened to his music. I knew he existed, but I'm not gonna hate or somebody to have a gig to perform the halftime show. Okay, just like last year, I didn't hate Kendrick Lamar, even though I like Kendrick Lamar. I love some of his songs. I'm not gonna hate if next season they have another singer. But if the singer is promoting hate, now I'll question. I'll be like, why are you giving a platform to somebody? But I saw, like he said, what's better than hate is love. That's a bad message. I don't understand. So the halftime show was it's not even in my top 10, in my top 20 of Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Rihanna one was better. The Bruno Mars was better. The U2 one was better. Rolling Stone. Oh, the Rolling Stone. Oh man. By the way, that's not my type of music too. Rolling Stone. I understand what they were saying. That's not my type of music too. I'm sorry. Who else? The Weeknd. That's what happened to me too. I understand what they were saying. So it is what it is. It was an halftime show. People are losing their mind for a halftime show. Was for like 10, 15 minutes. I don't know. What's the big deal? He performed in Spanish. Oh my God, the blasphemy. He performed in Spanish. I hope people who speak Spanish understand how they feel about you. That's all I'm gonna say. So because of that, I was thinking, who are my top 5 Super Bowl halftime shows? I mean, there are some Super Bowl halftime shows I watch. They were like, you know. I mean, Katy Perry. I remember 10 years ago, her halftime show was like, I know some of the songs, but Missy Elliott saved that Super Bowl halftime show like 10 years ago. I remember that. Rihanna show. He was okay. I know the Riri fans gonna be bad at me, but she's like, I mean, she was pregnant. That's a good thing. That's what bumping the grade for me. It was like a 5, but because she was pregnant, I give it like a 7. Okay. Paul McCartney, you know, I mean, he was a good singer, but now his voice is like, you know. So my top 5. I'm gonna start with number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5 is U2. Why? Because it was 5 months. It was less than 5 months after the tragedies of September 11. They started with Beautiful Day. It's a beautiful day. It was like a 9/11 tribute. Everybody was like kind of still together, not like this hate field stuff we going on right now. They play some song called Where the Streets Have Name. That was right. And they finished with their jacket at the Stars and Stripes. Yeah, YouTube. Number 5 for me. Number 4. Number 4. You're gonna be surprised. You're gonna be surprised. Bruce Springsteen, number 4. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Yeah, that was perfect. That was great. That was great for me. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. That's number 4. Number 3. Number 3. What should I say? Number 3. It's I have the list here. Number 3. It was 2022 when all the rappers or whatever's Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, you know, that's for me. For me, that's my top 5. For me, number 3. Number 2, it was Prince. I'm not a big Prince fan, and I know a lot of people are gonna say Prince number 1, Prince number 1. I'm not a big Prince fan. I only know like 1 song or 2. Okay. He did like when he did Purple Rain and it started raining, man. Purple Rain. That's the song I know about him. Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Purple Rain. That was good. When he did Proud Mary, yeah, man. And he was performing with the bandana and the guitar, purple guitar, purple, and it started raining in 2007. So, to me, he's number 2. Number 1, maybe because I'm biased, because this is my favorite singer. This is the greatest performer for me. MJ. Popped up. Stand there for 2 minutes. Living, not living single. Oh my God, living color was killing. And the NFL is like, oh, let's get Michael Jackson. And then boom, came out. We are the world. Yeah. Men in the Mirror. MJ, number 1 for me. I know there was some lip singing and stuff, whatever, but that was electric. That was extraordinary. So you could say Prince was number 1 too. That's good. That's good. But this is my top 5. This is my top 5. You know, YouTube, number 5. Bruce Springsteen, number 4. Number 3, it was the rappers, like 2022. Like the LA rappers, like Compton. Number 2, Prince. And number 1, MJ. That's me. That's my top 5. I don't know everybody's top 5, but that's my top 5. Okay? I mean, if there's a top 5 mid performance, I mean, Bunny, Lady Gaga, Bad Bunny, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Rolling Stone, and Katy Perry. No, Katy Perry is not mid. Worse. Mid. Those are mid for me. I'm sorry. Paul McCartney. No, he's worse. Janet Jackson and Timberlake. I mean, it was fine until he rip up this step. So I would say mid. Okay, Janet Jackson and Timberlake. So those are my top 5 halftime shows for me. So congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. That was a great season. I didn't expect, nobody picked the Seahawks to win. I picked in the Super Bowl Bills against the Packers. That was wrong. I don't know if the Patriots gonna make it next season. So next season, man, I cannot predict the AFC in the next season. You have the Chargers, they're gonna be better. Broncos quarterback is gonna be back, but is he gonna take time to get healthy? I don't know. Texans have a defense. The offense is I mean, CJ Stroud has to get better. The Chiefs, Kelsey needs to retire, bro. I'm watching his podcast, New Heights. It seems like he's leaning to come back one more season. Patrick Mahomes, you don't know who you're gonna see with Patrick Mahomes. Burrow, I don't know about the Bengals. The offense is always good. The defense, Lamar Jackson getting older. King Henry is good, still good. I don't know about the right receivers. Buffalo, that was the year to win. Man, Buffalo needs weapons. So I don't know. The NFC Packers, Micah Parsons gonna have a full season with he got hurt, so I don't know when he's gonna come back, if he's gonna be healthy for long. I don't trust the quarterback, Jordan Love, but it is what it is. Lions, I think probably their last staying window, or they need to change the quarterback. They have so many weapons. The quarterback, I don't know. So if they get Max Crosby from the Raiders, you don't know. Rams, Matthew Stafford is coming back. The defense is okay, but they need more weapons. 49ers, Purdy. I heard Debo. They thinking about Debo bringing back Debo. I don't know. I don't know about CMC, Christian McCaffrey for the 49ers. They need another. They think about another running back. So Seahawks favorite. I mean, they're champion. They're favorite in the NFC. AFC, I don't know. AFC loaded. NFC is loaded too. So we'll see. Let's talk about WNBA, and I'll talk the NBA last. WNBA. Let me talk about the WNBA in a while because I was waiting about how's the negotiation going with CBA. So lately, I think last week, there was a report that came out that said, here. So February 11, as of today, it's both sides are like in lockdown, butting heads. So on February 6th, so the WNBA players had an offer, a proposal for the WNBA, and they said that the WNBA did not respond. But on February 6th, after 6 weeks of silence since the last offer of the WNBA in December, WNBA had a proposal. In the proposal, they offered 1-bedroom apartments for players in the first 3 years of service and studio apartments for new developmental players. Okay, there's a salary cap increase. So the WNBA will raise their 2026, this year's salary cap from $5 million to $5.65 million. The players union asked for 10.5 million. 10.5. Wow. I mean, I mean, I don't think it's gonna work out. I don't think there's gonna be a lockout. I mean, the WNBA did not even raise one full amount. It's 5.65 from 5 million to 5.65. It's not even 8 or 7. It's 5.65. And they also offered, their proposal also include more developmental roster spots per teams, more guaranteed contracts, and recognition payments of $3,000 per year of service for certain veterans. $3,000 per year. Wow. I mean, I don't know. The WNBA president, Nika Ogumike, she said progress has been made on non-financial standards. The season start remain at risk if the revenue sharing hurdle is not clear. So, in other words, the money is not there. Raise the money. Where's the money? If you're not raising the money, we're not playing. That's what he said. So he's in. I'm gonna try to put a picture. He's what I think is the sticking point. The revenue. WNBA proposed 70% of net revenue after expenses. The WNBA wants 30% of gross revenue. Means no money in gross revenue before expenses. So that's why you have the 5.65 and the 10.5. The max salary, if you follow the WNBA proposal, it's gonna be 1.3 million. And the max salary for the WNBA proposal is 2.5 million. I was reading that there was a time in the 80s, after like 20 years or 30 years, Magic was making, people were celebrating because Magic was making 1 million or something. Players were celebrating that. So the WNBA players are getting the money much faster than the NBA players are getting. But so the league said that if the WNBA said if the league followed the WNBA proposal, there's gonna be 700 million in losses over the deal life. So while the union said net revenue restrict players' earnings during period of massive growth. So right now, there's no free agency because at this moment, it's February. It's going to be March soon. That's when I usually hear free agents going to other teams. Right now, it's in moratorium. There's expansion draft that should have been done since December. It wasn't done. It's February. It's pushing the start of the league way farther. I don't know. They're going to have a short season. So the WNBA is betting on the league is going to make so much money during the deal. So they want to get the money now because they're betting the league is going to make so much money, while the league is saying that, hey, there's a chance that may not work out and we could lose so much money. So I don't know. On one hand, I understand the league, and one hand, I understand the WNBA. So, should the league take a risk and go with the WNBA proposal or the WNBA, or should the players take a risk and follow the WNBA proposal? So, I don't think the league is popular enough to do this. I mean, I remember saying that pay the players, but I don't know if the league is strong enough. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want the players to play, but I don't know. I mean, they're saying that they play overseas and they're getting paid way more, but there's a lot much more fans in those leagues. If you go overseas, you see a lot of more players, a lot of more people go watch the players play. But this last couple of seasons, I don't see them travel because of Unrivaled happening. You know, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I think there's gonna be a strike, and if the strike happens, excuse me, I think the league is gonna suffer greatly. So speaking of Unrivaled, there's a one-on-one tournament starting tonight. This 2026 tournament, and tonight matchup we have Cloud versus Chelsea Gray. I don't know the result. They probably have the result right now. So if you want to know the result, go to Unrivaled website. There's Kate Martin versus Cage Workers. Rikia Jackson versus Kalia Copper. Alyssa Thomas versus Aliyah Boston. Oh man, this is gonna be physical. I hope they don't fight. So last season, because there was 6 teams, 4 teams will qualify for the playoff. But this season, there's like 8 teams, so 6 teams qualify for the playoff. So right now, the Lizards are number 1. They clinch the playoffs. That's the only team who clinch the playoff. They're 8-2. They have the Phantom, the Mist, the Breeze, the Rose, and the Vinyl, the Hive, and the Luna or Owls. So they still, all the others are still looking in. So there's 1 spot clinch. There's like 5 spots left. Angel Reese, who was not there for the start of the season, has rejoined the Rose. Because I saw a couple of days ago, she had a tweet saying she missed playing on Unrivaled, and then today it was announced that she's going to go to the Rose team. So Rose BC. So we'll see what happens. She won Defensive Player of the Year last season, but it's probably too late now to win it. But it's going to have an impact with the Rose because the Rose were struggling a little bit this season. So I hope everything works out for the WNBA. But the players are making money. And there's another league is about to start right now. I think it's called Rise. Oh, my God. I forgot the name of it. But there's 2 leagues WNBA players are still getting their money. Not a lot of them, but they're still making their money. Some other players are going overseas. Kennedy Carter has been blackballed like crazy. I don't see her playing anywhere. I don't know where she's playing now. I know she played for the Mexican League last season, but since the incident with Kittencock, she was playing with the Skies under Teaspoon. I bet if Teaspoon was still the coach, she's probably still be there. But Teaspoon was fired. She's a coach in the Unrivaled. So hopefully everything's work out for the WNBA. So there were a couple of trades in the NBA last week. I mean, every day last week I saw a trade. I was like, what's going on? But I'm a Warriors fan, so I was expecting a trade to happen. So I'm gonna talk about it in a little bit to close. But these are some of the trades that happened and what I think about it. my grades. So Eric Gordon to the Grizzlies. I don't know. I didn't know Eric Gordon was still in the NBA. I was shocked. He was still there. So 76ers traded him to the Grizzlies for a second round pick. So I think Philadelphia was not really playing Eric Gordon. They got a second round pick in 2032. That's like 6 years from now. And so I gave both sides like a C, whatever. Celtics, they traded Boucher, Tillman, and Minot because they wanted to they wanted to go under the first apron because, the salary now in the NBA have the first apron and the second apron. So they didn't want to pay any more tax. So they got rid of Chris Boucher. They sent him to Utah. Brookings get Josh Minot, and Hornets get Xavier Tillman. He's a big man. Hornets was playing great on CO days. They fought last night. I don't know if you saw it. There was a fight between the Pistons and the Hornets between what's the guy named Jolene and Debose, something like that. I think his name is. And you saw Stewart ran to the court and to fight Mal Bridges. I think Stewart got 7 games. This guy, I remember him more for fighting than playing. I mean, yeah. So it was crazy. So yeah, Utah. I think Utah is trying to think. Trying to get some players and get rid of them. So Thunder traded Hunter Tyson for picks. So yeah, there's not more I can say about that. Charlotte traded Tyus Jones to the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas needs a point guard. They need a point guard, and Cooper Flagg has been the point guard, even though Jason Kidd was cursing at reporters because they asking him question: is Cooper Flagg a point guard? And he has been struggling. He was struggling. Now he's scoring a lot. He's scoring a lot. So I don't know if Kyrie Irving comes back. I don't think it's gonna be the point guard. It's probably gonna be the shooting guard. So he's playing combo guard now. I don't know, something like that. Pacers. That's the trade I was shocked for. Pacers traded for Ivica Zubac. I was shocked that the Clippers traded Zubac. And that's one of the players that I wanted the Warriors to look at, to pick up. Because we need a big. We needed a big. Especially the way I see Draymond looking right now. He plays some defense, but right now, we could, in the past, the Warriors could get away with Draymond not scoring. So Zubac and Draymond Zubac could score a little bit, but his defense could a little bit too. So I was shocked that, and he's just had a baby. And then the next day, Clippers traded him. Clippers get Ben Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2026 first round picks, 2029 first round picks, second round pick. The Clippers did, even though I was shocked the Clippers did it, but Clippers was smart. They get picks. If they were terrible, all their picks would have gone to OKC. But now they're playing better. Even though they traded everybody, they're playing better. So they're getting more picks now because picks. I don't know why people like picks this much, like the Warriors. So we'll see. Milwaukee, Phoenix, and Chicago Bulls were in a 3-team trade. Milwaukee, I thought Milwaukee was going to trade Giannis, and then all of a sudden Giannis not play, and Giannis saying, and posting stupid stuff like he didn't want to go. Giannis trying to he's trying to get out of here, but he doesn't want. He's trying to get out of Milwaukee, but he doesn't want to look like the bad guy. So after saying that they're not trading Giannis, Milwaukee traded Cole Anthony, Amir Coffey, and they get Usman Dieng, Nigel Hayes-Davis, and the Bulls get Nick Richards, and Phoenix get Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey. I don't know about Cole Anthony, but Phoenix got in Amir Coffey. That's a good player. That's a player I thought should have stayed in the Clippers because I follow the Clippers as well. I think Clippers made a mistake letting Amir Coffey go. That was a good trade. I would give an A for the Clippers, a B for the Pacers. Zubac is gonna help Haliburton next year a lot. That's in the Pacers gonna be better next season. Watch out for them. Alvarado to the Knicks. That's a smart trade for the Knicks. Alvarado is not like the most talented guy, but he has heart. He's from that area. And you're gonna bring a lot of. He's gonna be the Bad Bunny, huh? The Bad Bunny, is that the name? Bugs Bunny, Bad Bunny. Yeah, he's gonna bring a lot of Puerto Ricans to New York. He's crafty, he's greedy, and I like this trade for the Knicks. I'll give this a trade A+ for the Knicks. Pelicans get Dylan Terry, 2 second-round pick, and cash. I mean, yeah. That's a good trade for the Pelicans. I mean, they're not going to win anything. So, trying to get more picks to rebuild. I think they need to get rid of Zion, too, the Pelicans, in my opinion. Lakers, they traded Gabe Vincent and 2032 second-round pick for Luke Kennard. They need a shooter, and I'm hearing now the Mavericks might buy out Klay Thompson. He was away from the team the past couple of days. I don't know if they wanted him to celebrate his birthday. So he might get bought out. So if Mavericks bought him out, so Lakers could have Klay Thompson. But right now, the Lakers get Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard is a good shooter. He's a good shooter. But his hands get like very he gets scared in the playoff. He disappears in the playoff, and he has a terrible defense. And Lakers need defense right now. But that's a decent trade for the Lakers. They need outside shooting. So we'll see what happens. Rishi Armchairing is not really playing well this season. Yeah, so I don't know why they don't play Dalton Connect. I don't. Since they tried to trade him, was it last year? Since then, he's been like not playing well for the Lakers. Wolves traded Wolves got Ayo Dosunmu from the Bulls. And the Bulls get Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, 2026 second round pick, 227 second round pick, 2021 second round pick. Oh my God, 2032 second round pick. Man, the Bulls are stacking picks. Are they doing the OKC now? Man, okay. It's crazy. So, there are other trade, the Chris Paul to Clippers traded Chris Paul to Toronto in a 3-team deal. And I don't know if Chris Paul will ever play in the NBA anymore. That's crazy. And the Clippers, a franchise who might retire his jersey, just ship him out. So Brooklyn get Ochai Agbaji, second round pick cash. Clippers get draft rights to Vanja Marinkovic. So Clippers just got rid of Chris Paul, and I don't know. That's why I give it an F. You got rid of your franchise legend. So I don't know. So Knicks traded Yabusele, who was malcontent, was not happy with management. So he went to the Bulls. He's gonna get minutes, but he's gonna lose. Knicks get Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry is okay, but we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna say on this because I don't know those people. I'm gonna wait for the Warriors. I'll talk about the Warriors trade at last. Tyus Jones went to the Hornets. I mentioned that earlier. From Orlando, and then Tyus Jones was traded to the Mavericks. Orlando get cash from the Charlotte. Okay. Lonzo Ball was traded to Utah, but I'm hearing that he's getting waived, so he's not gonna stay in Utah. So Jock Landale gets in Atlanta, Cleveland get cash. McCain, I was shocked that McCain, 76ers traded McCain to OKC, so it's gonna be in OKC, and 76ers is gonna get a lot of picks, second-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 228 second-round picks, 1 227 second-round pick, and 226. Okay, there were other trades I'm not gonna mention. Those are some of the trades that took my attention. The Chris Middleton going to Dallas was interesting. I'm shocked that he wasn't bothered by the Mavericks yet. That trade, they traded in that Washington Wizards and Dallas Mavericks trade. They traded Anthony Davis to Washington. Jalen Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum. What a fall for D'Angelo Russell. Was from starter in Lakers playing with his phone on the bench to being traded to Dallas, and Dallas get rid of you this year and you're into Washington. You're going to play. And they shut down AD and Trae Young for the whole season. Wow. By the way, NBA, there's a lot of load management and thinking going on this season. I should talk about this. There's a lot of load management thinking going this season. I heard Draymond talking about it on his podcast, but he's right about that. So James Harden, I'm going to talk about this trade, and then I'm going to finish with the Warriors. There are other trades, but those trades not important to me. James Harden was traded from the Clippers to the Cavaliers for Darius Garland. Wow. I think James Harden is like 36. Garland is like 28 or 39, whatever. But he was injury prone this season because of a toe. So I think the Clippers made a good deal, a decent deal. But it will depend on Darius Garland in health. And James Harden, I don't know, he's going to fit with Donovan Mitchell. They both need the ball. And I know Schroeder is going to be in Cleveland too. I think he was traded from Sacramento. So let's see. Cleveland is going for it. So we'll see what happens. But I think Detroit is the best team in the East. They could beat any team, in my opinion. So the Warriors finally got rid of Kuminga. Buddy Hield for Porzingis. I was shocked when that trade happened. I thought it was going to be Giannis because all week we heard about Warriors were number one. It's between the Warriors and what's the other team? It was between the Warriors and Wolves. And then all of a sudden I heard, Warriors out of it, and then they trade Kuminga to Atlanta. So Kuminga had a decent run with the Warriors. I think the Warriors mismanaged his career. When he was getting minutes, he would perform, but they said that he does not fit with the system. Oh, blah 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 blah. To me, that was BS. But I'll give Kuminga a little bit of blame. A little bit, like very small. But the whole blame is on Kerr and his coaching staff. To me. Okay, I'm not gonna be like the other Warriors fans, like Kerr. But Kerr has some blames for what happened between Kuminga and why Kuminga is not on the team. But Kuminga, I'm giving a little bit of blame. Because sometimes he was not, he was to me, he was not aggressive enough in the way that he wants the Kerr wanted you to play. Like Guy Santos doing this season. Even though when Kuminga gets minutes, he's performing. So I'm glad this thing is over. Even though I see another article coming today from Anthony Slater saying, "Oh, Kerr this, Kuminga this, Kuminga posting on Instagram, whatever." It's over. Move on. Everybody has their own house. Let's talk about other things. By the way, I'm surprised too. The Warriors traded TJD, Trace Jackson Davis. I don't know why, but he has been getting less minutes. He has bad hands. So let's see what happens for the Warriors. Curry has been hurt. He's not going to play in the All-Star game. So we'll see. By the way, there's an All-Star game on Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm not going to watch that. The All-Star game is over. I heard Nick Wright saying that what could save the All-Star game is race is playing against race. Like white people playing together, black people playing together. Is Nick Wright watching what's going on in this country right now? The All-Star game needs to go back to the original way. East versus West. Everybody has their own uniforms. Stop all the gimmicks. Now I see Europe, the world versus America, whatever. BS. We need to stop that. It needs to play hard. Okay? Or just get rid of it. Just get the recognition and get a couple of weeks off. Okay? That's it. So that was the show tonight. If you watch the All-Star game Sunday, Shema, something's wrong with you. I probably have to watch it to talk about it because I have a show. So see us every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, there's another good show tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Monday. The Bucks out. I was not reading. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, for always being present in the chat. Talk to you next week. Later.
Armchairing with Bruce Morrow on the One Podcast Network.